I meant 25 seconds.
Oh, damn.
Alright, welcome to, what is this, MValley?
This is MValley.
MP_MValley. I'm your host, Big Teef. Here's my cameraman, JustGoFly, and my comrade in arms, AZK.
Let's see, we got...
I like that.
So we got connection again on BE, and Black Cooper.
Black Cooper, wow. Well, there's going to be some shouting on that.
Indeed, Black Cooper, to us, seems to have gone under an alias that we may know him personally, but we cannot recognize him from the team list. So he could be an underdog in this situation, or a dark horse would be the proper terminology.
He did properly.
Connection, on the other hand, has good years of experience and has been active and been playing in the community regularly.
We got a race going on here between two APCs. BE's in the lead.
Right. Yeah, so the usual strategy, everyone rushing for the north.
What makes this map very special is the dam area down to the south of C1 has a very special fixed income rate. Whichever team controls this control point in the dam area gets a boost resource point of doubled the rate. This refinery alone can fund the entire team's war effort.
Right, and there's no way to build spawn points near there, so you've got to pretty much do it with APCs and infantry. There's no way to go down there with vehicles.
In order to hold this area, you have to have a constant presence of infantry and APCs ready to spawn and gush out more children towards the grind.
Looks like NF are failing in the north. They've got their APC there, but BE were quicker. Looks like they're going to get their barracks up. They've got the high ground. But NF do have the dam in the south, so the refinery you were talking about.
It could be anyone's dam here. While NF controls the southern dam, giving the fixed resource rate, the BE could control the entire right side of the map, giving them the resources they need to push. However, if the NF stays in control of that dam, they could have an exceedingly resource advantage. Not only do they have the left side resources, refineries, they also have the dam, where Bernodi only has 3 active refineries to hold.
Not too bad early on in the game because, you know, they're not going to be needing that money for vehicles right now, but certainly later on that's going to hurt them. They're not going to be able to place armories.
Late game is exceedingly important for resources. Late game determines how many tanks you can roll out within the time period and how much resources you can spend within the weapons that you have researched for your team. BE has a strong presence in the north, and the NF seems to be sneaking up onto their main at the south. The E1 area seems to have an insurgency issue, and they are attacking the BE main. The BE main seems to be empty, however. But if they just capture that refinery, BE will only have 2 active refineries to hold, thus losing their entire resource advantage. It seems the Epic team, under the aliases of the Panda Squads, are laying siege to this base now. BE has certainly set up shop here in the north, and they have claimed the second refinery here as well, next to the radar dish. If they hold this point here and the one to the right at E3, E4, they will have a total of 3 refineries, giving them enough resources to maintain a threat.
I'm surprised no one from Bernodi has run up to A3, A4, try and get that refinery, or maybe just a ninja barracks to take some of the heat off of them in the north. What they really need to do is get NF spawning back at their main base somehow, so they can't continue to press the north.
At this point, the game is
Bernodi are really tied up there in the north. They've got they've taken it, but they're wasting their time up there defending it. They really need to make a distraction so they can leave the north without too much trouble.
As you can see, we're reaching here at the 5-minute mark. Both teams are slowly focusing on infantry and infantry combat only. We have seen a few vehicles here and there, but it seems that no one is actively going for the APC rush. Meaning we may have a traditional game.
We've just lost the barracks. NF have just taken Brenodi's starting main base in E1.
Every area is being under attack by the Brenodi. They are surgically advancing on the enemy commander. He is under attack and he has lost the vehicle factory. NF commander might be stunned. No, he is moving. NF commander is moving. Although Black Hopper was quick to respond to the threat, he managed to kill all of the enemies by running them over with his vehicle. They have lost the vehicle factory and barracks, but they can easily rebuild, seeing as they have a backup barracks within the hill.
I'm kind of surprised that they haven't walled off that bridge right now. You should be driving over there, walling off that bridge, because they're going to run out of
for another second wave.
They've lost that APC though. I don't think this is going to work for them, because NF have got the high ground.
NF has not been vehicle at all. NF, come in. Oh, it's here. He's moving. He's advancing. Double kill through the squash.
He's about to get turreted. He's about to get turreted. He needs to get out of there. These guys aren't stupid. He goes up there. He's going to get stuck any minute now. Yep. He needs to move the hell away from there.
The enemy squad has been destroyed and only the rifleman remains. Sergeant Security. Black Hopper has somehow managed to squash that entire insurgent team without getting stuck on destroyers' turrets.
I think that's a risk he didn't need to take. He had nearly 2 full squads around him. He didn't need to go over there. He wasn't in that much danger, but...
Indeed. Usually you do not want to risk your command vehicles so early on the game because you do not have the technologic support to push in the advantage. I have no idea what the fuck I just said there.
Well, we got another Jeep and another APC from Brenodi coming straight back to that command vehicle, but they've walled themselves out this time, so...
NF has cleared the E2, E1 area and have set up a second base. Not only have they claimed the refinery and the E4 refinery, they still have DAM as well. They have a total of 4 refineries, including the special one.
The same thing is going on in A3. The same thing is going on in A3, check it out. Brenodi have just put up a ninja barrage and a VF, whilst all of that was going on in the main base.
A3, they were pushing towards out and trying to see if they can destroy the NF main, but from the looks of it, they are not doing very well. NF main has been filled to the brim with turrets, and if they do an APC rush without the sustained fire of Grenadier support, they will not be able to advance safely.
We got interesting fights going on everywhere. Let's see, Brenodi are pushing pretty hard into the NF's main base there. And they've got vehicle factories right outside.
On Brenodi's part, but this is vigilance on the NF part. See, they are trying to cross the bridge from this area, which is usually a suicide run for a vehicle, because it is so easy to fall into the river. What he could have done is backtracked through the area, gone down the cliff area, and just taken the second bridge, instead of getting choke pointed on the one at E3.
Brenodi seems to be favouring APC rushing, whereas NF don't seem to be doing so much. And they don't seem to be as mobile, NF, and even though they seem to have the upper hand, they've kind of got Brenodi pinned up there in the north.
There is an insurgents team at D5! There is a squad attack rush at D5, E5. They may be trying to sabotage and destroy the base. It seems to be half squashed. The enemy APC that was carrying the squad has been destroyed indefinitely, and there is no sign of the squad.
Yeah, I think there's too much situational awareness on the BE side now. You can't attack the north and not be seen. That's the place where they've got their vehicle factory other than A3. That's their main base.
Indeed! Bernardi seems to have an overall advantage in spatial awareness. They seem to know what is going on at any point of the map, and they have been giving good response times to each and every single attack. NF, on the other hand, is still somehow managing to creep in advance. They have the resource advantage and they have more land covered, but BE seems to have more mechanized units on the field. NF seems to not be taking advantage of their resources at all.
It's not just knowing where people are, you've got to get people there, and Bernardi are doing that. They're all over the map. I mean, they haven't consolidated anything, but they're exactly where they need to be all the time. Although saying that, they just lost the A3. Maybe they did have too many people spawn in the north, and they lost that A3 base.
Bernardi are now at the 50 ticket mark and now under it. We have reached to the point of the game where both teams are going to have to start using their tickets carefully. When one team has reduced to 0 tickets, they can no longer spawn units, and they will have to individually revive each and every single player instead of letting them spawn on a new location. This has also have reached the 10-minute mark in the game as well. Everyone seems to be focusing on APC attacks, but we have not seen any medium tanks attacking each other at all. This game could be over very soon.
Yeah, the ticket use has been really aggressive. Everyone's pushing infantry really hard. There's a lot of people dying. There's a lot of people being killed. I don't think we're going to get to see medium tanks this game.
This is what makes this match very interesting, because this is a vehicle-oriented map. You need to, in order to get across the map in a definite speed, you need to be in a vehicle at all times. But it seems to be both teams are strongly focusing on infantry combat.
It seems to be working. I guess really the tickets you got to look at and say that that's going to be the defining factor. You know, who can conserve right now? Who can conserve their tickets? That's pretty much what the game's going to come down to, I think.
Exactly. It is going to be a red robin tie around. If both teams reach 0, they will turn into sudden death mode, where the simplest attack on either command vehicle will instantly kill it. This enforces sneaky and strategic gameplay. It only takes one person and one grenade or missile to damage the vehicle and destroy it immediately.
Where are the command vehicles?
So looking... Well, we've got the NF command vehicle in its main base at A1. Their base is looking pretty weak, actually. They've got some turrets there and stuff, but they've just driven, a UGL APC right up to there, and they're just shelling it, and no one seems to be doing anything. This is where NF are falling down. They need people, they need grenadiers defending this area. And
there is a lot of turret farm at the NF base. There is indeed a lot of turret farm. But it's going to be useless, seeing as they cannot push vehicles towards it.
NF lost their VF, and we've got APCs.
This has been a strange match indeed. It has been nothing but infantry combat from both sides, and just pushing one vehicle, mainly APCs and light armored vehicles.
Well, I've just seen the APCs here. They're able to drive right over that water. They're not getting stuck. They're carrying so much speed, so they've got a fast engine. BE. Bernardi Empire has a real fast engine. What engine do you think they could be using? It's got to be 3-phase or fission.
The tactical advantages between both is 3-phase is able to go between very high speeds, but with any activity of the weapons, it will indefinitely make your vehicle heat up. Where fission is constantly keep moving and you will stay in light zone. But the problem is that some vehicles cannot handle the high speeds and will lose accuracy and damage bonuses as well, for seeing as they cannot hit their targets properly.
He's still attacking in the bottom. NF is trying to get that BF up. BE is much stronger at this point in the game.
Did I get those engines descriptions?
You got it. Yeah, I think so. That's pretty much bang on.
Okay.
But, hey, check out the tickets now. Bernodi, all of that rushing hasn't worked for them. They haven't taken the Northern Faction main base, and they're now out of tickets. So the only way that anyone can spawn is to be revived, or for a squad leader to revive an entire squad.
The Bernodi team have reached 0 tickets, and they cannot spawn any infantry individually. They will have to revive each person so on, either through squad revives or having them picked up by an engineer on the ground. This makes this very hard for the team, seeing as they cannot push out any other things.
And I think
we have a new person within our room who's Craig. He has been a part of the community for a long time and has played Empires for a long time. What are your thoughts on this match, Craig?
I just joined, I'm still alive. Yeah.
What's up, Craig? I missed you, baby. Where have you been?
I'm still alive. I've seen all these players playing like, what? Empires is not dead?
PUG.
Yeah, that's right. We're doing this once every 2 weeks. Bi-weekly, about the same time.
I'm going to have to stop playing POD and start playing Empires again, I think.
Definitely.
The Bernodi team have an insurgent team at A3. They're sneaking on the enemies now as we speak.
Yeah, APC.
I am miscorrected. I am miscorrected indeed. The insurgent team at the south is actually just dead bodies. I have been going by the map, and they are not able to respawn that entire squad there. So they have eliminated about at least half of the team, seeing as they are dead in the enemy's base.
I'm surprised that Northern Faction haven't rolled like just a ton of light tanks at this point or something. There's a lot of people out on foot, and they're all going to die at some point, and they're going to lose their advantage. We could well see it go down
That's what
to
makes
some
this
death.
game so interesting, AZK, is that no one is using the mechanized units properly. It has been infantry combat the entire game. Everyone has been using APCs or light vehicles. We have not seen one or either of medium tanks.
But to be fair, you've got VE, which is completely stuck at the north now. And you've got NF slowly creeping up.
What have we got going on in A1 though? There's a lot of infantry in A1. Is this a squad rev? Oh, is that? Oh, okay.
If you look at it, the tickets now, all they've got to do is turtle at north.
We have reached the point where 0 tickets and NF has 1 ticket. And the sudden death begins. When 300 seconds are up, both command vehicles will be vulnerable to 1 direct hit, killing each one simultaneously. Who will be able to land the strike first on either command vehicle?
Where's the BE command vehicle?
You got it. He's in the north. He's sitting way out in the open. You've got to figure that like they're going to need to start turtling now. So I don't know. I think NF really should have the advantage. I don't know where BE are getting their money from, but I think it's important that they get a lot of vehicles out there.
Only been pushing light vehicles. They've been able to sustain their economy by not using vehicles at all and focusing on infantry. That's maybe why this is where it's coming from, is because one side is so heavy infantry oriented, the other could simply just be playing infantry as well out of pity.
You're cutting out a little bit. Well, they still got 240 seconds, you know, they still got quite a while to go yet. It's like 4 minutes until they can land a single shot and win. But it's all about getting vehicles out now, so I think it's probably a good strategy for
Connection
them.
is still out in the open where Black Copper is actually hiding. This is the best move to play because you do not want to let your enemy know where you are at all when it comes to sudden death. The moment they figure out where the exact location of your command vehicle is, all they have to do is hit it once with any explosive projectile. NF base is certainly covered in turret farm, but it may not be able to substantially support the command vehicle at all, seeing as it only will take 1 rocket snipe, especially if it is a combatant rocket.
Base now, they just lost 2 vehicles, which I think were pretty much unattended. Looks like someone had built them with their wages perhaps, and no one had used them. I'm surprised we didn't see people go and get vehicles though. As soon as they hit 0 tickets, I'd expect everyone who's near a vehicle factory to get into a vehicle. But,
This layout is simply amazing. You have walls on the canyon walls, and it looks like they are entrenched indefinitely. This looks like something from an old movie I saw a few years ago. And that seems to be placing a lot of vehicle factories. His intention could be is that he was going to hide in one of them and keep his enemies guessing.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I saw. Well, you can watch the scrim or whatever it was, the PUG review of Jafir commanding. But he had a whole bunch. He had about 7 or 8 of these things, I think, in the NF main when it came down to convo, to command at extra time rather.
We have reached almost 100 seconds left in the time left before sudden death begins. The NF commander seems to have a right idea of what he wants to do, but is it enough? All it takes is one blow. I remind you folks, it only will take one blow from a grenadier to kill the enemy command vehicle when it comes to sudden death.
And we're just 90 seconds away. So it's not going to be long.
We are at a severe disadvantage. We see our first medium tank on the field in the middle. The Rebel have unleashed our first medium tank in the entire game. It's being chased by 2 light tanks as we speak.
And check it out, we've got artillery tanks being rolled here by the northern faction.
Are you joking me? Are you serious? Artillery tanks it's not executed properly.
They've got a lot of, yeah, and NF, they have, I can see a couple of tanks out. This could go 1 of 2 ways.
Because of the explosive radius of the artillery tanks, all they have to do is keep one army tank in a substantial position and then just hit the enemy base. And there is a good chance they will hit the enemy command vehicle.
However, we've got a medium tank in the NF main, and I don't know, these guys are not using extended range cannon, so they're using dual small arty. They're putting 2 small short-range artillery cannons in those things, and they don't have a lot of range. They're very fragile. They've somehow got to get them up to the north.
He is looking for the command vehicle. 9 seconds left. Can he find him? And he's down. Oh no! No! It's Zeke! It's Zeke trying to vehicle! When we find the vehicle, it is 0 seconds! NF command vehicle is down! Bernardi team wins!
Good going.
That's it, 1 single shot. Hoppy was there.
One single shot, that's all I stress, folks. It only takes 1 shot to kill the enemy command vehicle in sudden death.
Please tell me there's going to be another match, because I want to join.
That was a substantial and strange match indeed. It was an entire infantry-based match when it was indeed a vehicle-oriented map.
Way to go, 100 votes.